Shabbat Shalom, everybody. This is Georgia Martin of Narrow Road Ministries, driving again. Hi, how you doing? I just wanted to say that my prayers go out to, New Orleans and Louisiana. We got Hurricane Nate coming through. To the survivors of Las Vegas, and just to say that, these are perilous times that we're living in. And it is so very important to choose this day whom you shall serve. If we're not living for Christ, we're living for Satan. I mean, if we're not serving one, we're serving the other. And that's in a lot of different aspects. We may not think, well, that's not true. I'm a good person. Well, when it comes to being a good person, none of us are without Christ. None of us are good. And that's what his word says. That's what he says in his word, I should say. Without him and without his Holy Spirit and without being born again, because he says you must be born again to enter the kingdom of heaven, no one's good. So, and I will be covering that teaching after the one that I'm doing, which is intimacy along the narrow road. So, and what that means to walk with him and to follow him. And my whole thing of capturing meanings is because, we have loved ones in our lives, husbands, daughters, children. I'm focusing more on the husband and wife thing. When we love somebody and we're, speaking with them on a daily basis is intimate. Being with them is intimate. Intimacy is not always, sex. So, it can be holding hands. It could be a hug, It could be a conversation on the phone, It could be spending time with someone that we love. There's so many different levels of that. So when we talk about our Creator who does exist, who is real, we need to realize that He's real. He's a real being. He's a real spirit. Who wrapped himself in flesh and walked among us, and who died to buy us back from death due to our sin. The sin is disobedience. To be obedient is to his laws, his commandments, his precepts, and his statutes. He said, love me with all your heart and all your soul and all your might. If we do that, it would just be natural to love our neighbor. As we draw closer to him, we become like him. And that is the intimacy of being born again. To be like him. We are who we hang around, if I hang around the Lord, I'm going to become like him. And especially where the Holy Spirit is, if you give yourself over for him to change you and you give him control of your life, then you will become like him. We learn to love. We learn to be intimate. We learn to respect. We learn integrity. We learn values. Because outside of him, these things are perverted. They exist as the world says they exist, but it's not genuine, because the world's not genuine. The ways and thinking of the world is not genuine, and there is a different way of thought, a different school of thought, and that school of thought allows me to do whatever I want, allows me to flip someone off, it allows me to speak my mind when maybe I should think before I speak. Maybe that's not so important. Maybe I should love someone anyway, no matter how they're treating me, because that's respect for the other person and also for myself. And with him, all things are possible. In all things. So, values, morals, respect for ourselves, for other people, love for our neighbors, for elders, respect for children, justice for children. You know, a strong hand never hurt nobody. It's not child abuse. Rules are not child abuse. To not do these things is child abuse, because if you don't teach your children, somebody else is going to. This world will. And then God help us. So, and to win them back is a lifelong journey. Believe me. So, today is the day that the Lord has made. So, we should rejoice and be glad in it. And understand that his eyes are on us all the time. No matter what we do, no matter where we go, no matter what we go through, he is always there. One thing I want to make real clear is, he has revealed to me lately is we have our own mind. We make our own decisions. Love gives choices. Love does not force anybody to do anything. I said that to say this. I can pray for someone to be saved and to have a stable mind. If that person doesn't want to do that, and if that is not the desires of their heart, then the Lord's going to honor that. He is a gentleman. He doesn't force anyone to love him. He doesn't have to. Because remember, we said also that if nobody on this earth were to worship him, the rocks would cry out and worship him. So I just want to say happy Sabbath. I will be on later for the narrow road. Just to recap what we've already learned, to go over, I would really like, I'm thinking of Periscope, or find how to do a live feed on YouTube, and just see what your thoughts are, what you think, what is intimacy to you, so Shabbat Shalom, and until we meet again, most blessings and love to you.